Hey Gemini, this is Chronic Joy Tarot, and this is going to be your March 2018 mid-month update for Sun, Moon, and Rising sign of Gemini, or anybody's sign that happens to be drawn to this video, and really at any given time. It doesn't have to be mid-March, but of course I label it that way so that you can search for it more easily. Yes, if you're guided, if the energy has brought you here, then welcome. This is where you belong, and this is the message that you're supposed to be hearing right now. The readings that I do are usually less about others and predictive outcomes and more about your own soul, its place in the world, and its growth and development and what to do moving forward. Okay? So we're going to focus on we focus on one aspect of ourselves in every reading and develop that. I wanted to let you guys know to come and follow me on Instagram at Living Chronic Joy, or you can search for Chronic Joy Tarot. And I'm going to start posting almost daily short video readings. Okay, they're going to be very general, not as obviously, because I think you get 1 minute for video time on there, but it's going to be quick guidance and general guidance for your soul. Okay. All right, so the oracle card I pull for you guys at this time, Gemini, and I love this because if I remember correctly, this goes hand in hand with your early March reading, the last one I just posted for you, which was to have faith in the great mystery. Remember that one? And now you're guided to continue on with that and pray. Now, you don't have to be a religious person to get this concept. And this, to me, now the way that I'm reading this isn't, oh, please, God, give me this thing that I want to happen. Make this thing happen, right? To me, this is more about visualization, sort of throwing your desires out there. It's less about the words you say and who you're speaking to, and more about the intention behind it and your trusting in, having that faith that your desires will be fulfilled, right? Not, oh, I want to get a new red bike next week, but more about, I don't know. I love riding bikes. I love that feeling of being in motion, and that's my desire, right? And you leave it open, but it's really, really helpful when you really dial down on your visualization of the things that you desire, and the vibration, that feeling behind it, that sends it up into the universe. That vibe is what I call prayer. It isn't so much, dear God, dear Buddha, dear whomever, I want this to happen. It's more being aware of and then trusting in and believing in the things you desire. Okay? So that's kind of my take on that. Now, that said, you can also pray really hard every night as well, because that's reinforcing, right? That's reinforcing that sort of desired energy. Okay, so the Zen Tarot spread that I'm using is one that I kind of made up. I'm calling it the tree. Okay, we have a starting point here and kind of a internal, external place where we stand, and then we have a path forward. I put more. I think there's usually a diamond spread that looks just like this with just these 5 cards, but I added some here on this higher level, on this level of elevation. I added some, just like the tree reaches up toward the sky and grows higher. This is your soul as well. Okay. The place you're starting at, Gemini, right now is the integration card. I love this because you can take the time so you can rest right where you are in your life and include everything that's there. The good, the ugly, the bad, the happy, the sad, the stuff that feels right and the stuff that doesn't feel right. And, anything that seems like opposites is all valid, right? There's space for all of it. okay? And getting yourself in that centralized sort of space of acceptance is the opening you need for when it comes to sending your desires up to spirit or out there into the universe, right? That space of full acceptance of what is. And, trusting that all those elements that are in your life and around you and within you and without you, all those elements belong there, okay? And there's a real peacefulness to that process of just accepting and making space for everything that's happening, for everything that's around you, okay? Internally, so this is kind of where you are, or an energy that you're aware of that can help you keep fulfilling your desires. Because the more open you are, the more room there is to receive the things that you desire, correct? When you close yourself off and think, oh, only the good stuff, I want to push the bad stuff away, you're not open anymore, okay? Then the answer to your prayers is it'll be a little difficult. Okay, internally, you might feel that you're a little bogged down in your mind lately, okay? Or in moments that mental clutter feels overwhelming. But that's okay, because like we said, accept it all, right? It's all part of real life. It's all there to help us grow and move forward. So be aware of it, but don't linger in it too much, right? Those mental heavier thoughts that pass through our minds, try to open up and make room for them, but then also you're guided to look outward into what is here, your life that's here, and be fully in it. So here we are. I'm going to put a scenario here. Let's say you come into conflict with another person, and those words, maybe some harsh words were said, and those words are weighing heavy within you, and you can't get over what was said. You can't let go of it. Then you're guided to, first of all, know that, okay, it's here for a reason. It's here to help me, right? And maybe you're praying that those tense moments, get better, that you can resolve something with this other person. Then the thing to do is to know there's a place for all of that. And there is room for all of it. Then quickly shift your focus to what is, like what you see in front of you, what you can feel, what you can taste. Get out into the public or into nature and absorb the fullness of what your life is externally, okay? Get out of your head and get into what is right here around you. That will take your mind, that will free your mind of those burdensome thoughts, whatever they may be, and make room for your desires to come to fruition, okay? Do you get that process? Okay, moving forward, now this line here is, we're passing right through this integration. So the root of this reading is everything is as it should be. Everything belongs, okay? Within and without. And then moving forward, this key card here is kind of the key to stepping forward and raising yourself to that next level, their next vibration. And that's the traveling card. So I love this because this allows you time to sort of be aware of the entire journey of your life thus far. But say like you're on this path and you're right here on top of the mountain right now. Well, tomorrow you might dip down and go further down the path and you might be in a valley, right? Which is going along with this integration card, because the ups and the downs are always going to be there. Some days you might make rapid progress along the road, and some days you might pause and stop and sort of assess things and take it all in. So the overall picture here, the overall energy, and the shortcut to getting what it is that you desire is to be in full acceptance. okay? And know that big picture, that this very moment in time that might feel difficult and might feel like there's no way out is literally a snapshot, right, of the entire picture. So this is really, really going to ask you to expand your vision, expand your viewpoint quite a lot, okay? Then coming forward, or when you start to aspire to the next level, because kind of like the tree, you grow and you reach higher and higher. Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness, I love this. Okay, so this is anchored, the next steps and your next level of being, that on your way to all the things that you desire, which are always manifesting. They're always going to be new desires, right? You have a desire to, say, have an easier relationship with your child, and then you achieve that, and then it's like, what's the next level? Because now I want even more. I want ease in this area of my life, right? So the desires won't ever stop coming. And when you start to realize that, you understand that it is your presence and connection to yourself alone is what keeps that going, is what allows you to continue to develop, okay, your spiritual self. It's you alone. You're in it. You're in charge. You are, you're making all the rules. You're the one creating the desires and praying for them. It's all you. It really is. It's all centered on you, okay? So I know it's really nice to get guidance from others and rely on others, but when it becomes dependency, or when it becomes, I don't know what decision to make unless somebody tells me what to do or whatever, that's time to tap back into, your realization that it really is just all you, right? You are the captain, you alone, of your life. And then internally, you're getting this more and more. I love this, that their life can. So the possibilities card is much less about this little moment in time and much more about that big picture that we talked about. Remember, the integration and the traveling card both, I was saying to focus on that big picture, focus on the totality of everything. And, you have even the totality card here. You've got a lot of energies kind of asking you to not dial into the minutia, right? Don't just, like, I'm praying for only one outcome. This is the only thing I want. That's the only way that is going to make me happy, right? That's not what I'm talking about here when it comes to prayer. We're talking about expansion and seeing that, yeah, I might want this one thing, but 4 other things could come with it that really enhance my life, right? So staying open to everything that's possible and everything that could come your way, and seeing that big picture, seeing that in this moment in time, it might not feel so good, but who knows, tomorrow I'm going to feel great. And then I'll even feel greater the next day, right? It's not a time right now for you to lock down on details. It's a time to really expand your awareness and expand your heart and mind. And then learn to let go of, say, those specific things you were praying for. The only outcome that is going to make me happy is A, B, and C. Learn to let go of that need, because there is way much more waiting for you than just those things that you can come up with, right? Those little desires that you think you've dialed down and you've identified. There is so much more coming your way, but you've got to open up and be receptive to it, okay? Yeah, and you've got to be there. You got to show up. Participation card is asking you to integrate yourself with others and include them in your journey and your desire, but still rooted by this aloneness card, because you really are the captain for your own life, for the things that make you happy. You can steer that ship right toward it, but still at the same time, don't isolate yourself from others as well, right? So open it up, loosen it up, Gemini. You can do this. Okay. All right. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And I hope I see you guys over on Instagram. Give me a follow. What else? I think that's it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your March. And I will see you again here on YouTube in April. Okay? Thanks. I love you guys. Bye.